Today, we're making quite possibly the most sought after recipe on the internet for the last year or two called Marry Me Chicken. Sorry, ladies and gents. I guess I should include you guys too, but I am married, so that's out. But does it live up to the reputation? Let's find out. The creamy sauce that it has comes from a milk or something like that. So today I'm going to be using some heavy whipping cream, some sun-dried tomatoes, and then like a chicken stock. Today I've got some chicken bone broth that we're going to mix in with a little bit of water. And then, but that's our primary. I've got some oil here that I'm going to use to cook up that chicken. And as we're going through the recipe, we'll talk about a couple optional ingredients that we can also include. Can you see those grains there? Hopefully you can see those grains. Well, we're going to cut across those grains. So those grains in the picture right now are running vertical up and down. So we're going to cut across those. Okay, across those. So here we've got our first optional ingredient. It's the breading or dusting of the chicken that we're going to use. I have too much here, honestly. I've got about a cup of flour. But for the one breast, we probably only need about half a cup. In there, I've also got some pepper. This in a bowl. Let's get. I have an optional ingredient here. It's butter. Butter doesn't carry very well on the bike in the summertime. So I'm going to put about a tablespoon of oil in there. We're going to put about a tablespoon of butter in there just to add to that flavor. But like I said, not a required ingredient, and it does not travel well. So by cutting the chicken up like that, what that does is it makes it so that it'll cook quicker, and it'll also cook evener. If I had left that chicken breast whole, it has a fat side, really thick side on one end, which was probably about an inch thick, down to where it was a quarter inch thick on the other end. So one end would have been overdone, the other one would have been underdone. This way, it'll all cook pretty quick and consistently. And when we have a nice color, I'm not going to do. Oh, and I wish you could smell this. This smells amazing. Half a cup. Sometimes I measure with measuring utensils. Sometimes I just measure with the heart. Today we're just going to measure with the heart. This is the third time I've cooked this recipe. Adjustments. But that sauce is looking amazing. Good. Oh, it smells so good. So this tastes amazing as it is right here. You could add some Parmesan cheese to it, but remember that the Parmesan's going to have some extra salt in it, so I would lower the salt, whatever you put in there before that. Another option is you could serve this over like some pasta or rice, maybe a potato. I think that's what I'll do I'll make this. If you got any value out of this, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit that like button down below. And if you want to see more stuff like this pop up in your feed, maybe consider subscribing. Again, thank you guys.